Chase Scalia, I don't always offer the players a chance to make an opening statement. It's usually coach starting, but while we're waiting, if there's anything you'd like to say before we open up the floor.
Appreciate everyone. Speaking to my family, my friends, everyone who supported me throughout the years to get me to this point. For a long time, something like this was a dream. It was something that was a dream that couldn't be reached. But I hope I'm an example and Liz an example of someone of if you just keep on dreaming, then that dream will come true. So. Yep. Not bad.
Coach, whenever you're set, we'll give you a chance for an opening statement, then we'll open the floor as well.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm just so proud of our football team, my staff and coaches. 2019 will be one that I'll always remember for a group of guys that just loved to play the game. They had such a strong brotherhood. They did not listen to what the naysayers had to say about them, the negative tone, the negative people out there. All they cared about was playing the game. It was clean. It was about competing, always looking to better themselves. Even this week, Notre Dame's not ready to play. They use that as another form of motivation to show people wrong. You just read this team wrong. And it's just so satisfying that this group has been rewarded with 11 wins because they have thought only about their teammates and how they can work to get better each and every day. So they overcame adversity, lived the life lessons of it. They're not perfect. They never pretended to be perfect and never wanted to be, but always strive for excellence. So I'll always remember this group as a special group.
All right, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you to ask questions. We'll start up in the front right.
First of all, Chase, great opening statement to give Coach time. But, Coach, this question's for you. Would you say that this is the most complete performance of your 11 wins? And if so, how great is it that you got it to happen the final game?
Yeah, all three phases were outstanding today. I thought the defensive performance, when you hold an offense that put 40 points on a team that's playing in the playoffs in Oklahoma to no touchdowns, you can't hide from that. A team that is a prolific offense to not score a touchdown today, they had plenty of time to prepare. The defense is without some really good players as well, and just did an outstanding job today. I thought our special teams was outstanding. And then offensively, we ran the ball effectively, play action pass, spread the field around. And when you got playmakers like Chase Claypool, Tony Jones ran the ball effectively, Ian Book. It was a comprehensive game plan, and all three phases shown themselves very well today.
Stay up front on the right.
What's the biggest thing you guys are going to take away from your 4 years at Notre Dame going ahead and continuing your career?
What was the last part of the question?
What's the biggest thing you guys take away over your 4 years?
Wow. I mean, football, it's a very, trying sport. You have to really lean on your brothers and your coaches and just your circle because, everyone's story is not the same. I struggled early, and my thing, I just lean on my brothers, and they really pulled me through, and those are some relationships that I literally will not forget. And I feel like that's the biggest thing taken away is just the friendships and all the relationships that I've made over the 4 years here.
Yeah, same with me. Just to second that, being so far away from home in another country, you need a family that's going to have your back through the ups and downs, and these guys did that every step of the way. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be here right now because it's hard. It's really hard. So thankfully, I had a good family to lean on, and they were always there for me.
We'll go back left.
Brian, Tony's 84-yard run was the longest rushing play in the history of this bowl game. Seeing him do that in front of so many family and friends, him being a St. Pete product, obviously, what was that moment like for you guys?
It was exciting. Yeah, it was the culmination of putting together a running plan that when you see it hit and then you see him go the distance, because he's been talked about as, a guy that doesn't have the ability to, take you over the top. But you saw him today break down the sideline and have the longest run in Notre Dame Bowl history as well. So, another record that will probably not be given enough credit to a guy. But he doesn't really care about that stuff. He was just excited about the ability to, run the ball today effectively, and he ran physical and did what he normally does, help us win.
We're going back right.
Brian, this was a team that could have mailed it in, being disappointed not going to the Orange Bowl. You have two guys sitting up there that could have skipped this game.
Sure.
When did you know that your team was dialed in and was going to take the opportunity seriously?
After the Virginia Tech game. We knew that the way they played against Virginia Tech, after the Michigan game, what the identity was of this group and who their character was and truly who they were as a football team. And that was the case each and every week. They didn't complain about what they didn't have. They knew what they had, and that was they had each other and a chance to play another game together. It wasn't we had our fan base complaining about where we were going. We were happy. We love Orlando. Every time we come back here, we have a great experience. And our guys were never into anything but having another chance of playing. And so that happened at Virginia Tech, and it was the next week. I remember Chase being so excited at the Duke game. We're playing, it was freezing cold. It's an 8 o'clock game. I think halfway through it, there was nobody there, right? And these guys are just excited like kids to play the game. And that's when you knew you had a special group of guys that just wanted to play the game.
You had a half-mile walk to your locker room, too?
Yeah, it was a long walk, too. They didn't care.
In terms of this game was strength versus strength, their passing game against your pass defense. What gave you confidence that you were going to win that battle?
Well, we are who we are. All year we've been stingy in the passing defense efficiency, and we felt like we were going to be in a good position as long as we rerouted and did some good things, and we did. Clark did a great job with the linebackers, getting in passing lanes and making it difficult. And again, our pass rush is so effective because you're never getting settled, and that's been who we are all year. So I didn't think we were going to be somebody different because we go against our defense all the time, and I know how difficult it is for us to throw the football against them.
What was your big picture offensive game plan, and then your evaluation of what Tommy Rees did in accord with that?
I thought it was well orchestrated. Anytime you can go direct snap, play action, and hit a wide open tight end, I think that's a unicorn today in college football. The ability to run the football downhill, synced up with play action, then the ability to spread the field, take shots down the field, get the ball into the right guy's hands, 83's hands, find matchups that work for us. I thought the ball was spread evenly and then run effectively. I think we rushed for over 200 yards as well. So that's an efficient offensive performance. What's that? Yeah, I think everybody on the offensive side of the ball did a really good job, including Tommy.
Couple rows up on the left.
Brian here. When you think about the totality of the season, getting to 11 wins, maybe more importantly, finishing with 6 victories in a row, how would you rate this year overall among the ones you've coached here?
Well, there's anytime you win 11 games, that's an outstanding football season. Everybody measures it by, there's only one team that can win a national championship. I can measure it by what our kids did at the end of the season, and that is they got back up, they went out and competed, and overcame adversity. As a football coach, you hope that they are able to take away life's lessons, and all these kids that are sitting here and in that locker room are going to be able to take away what it's like to overcome adversity. And for a head football coach, if they can walk away with those lessons and 11 wins, and over the last 3 years, 33 wins, that's a lot of success and a lot of life lessons. That's a pretty good feeling.
And then for Chase, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I guess you went over 1,000 yards on the season today. I'm curious. There you go.
Nice.
What that means to you in your final game in that uniform?
It's not something that I was trying to reach. I mean, it's my bad. I was trying to scoot up there. I mean, it was a goal I had. It was definitely a goal I had. So it's nice to kind of reach that goal, but you don't really play the game for statistics. So it's nice, but I'm not gonna remember getting to 1,000 yards this game. I'm gonna remember going out with these guys. So, but it's nice, yeah.
One row up over on the right.
Coach, this year 3rd and short was a struggle for the offense. Today you're 2 for 2 on 4th down, and you converted both times. Want to talk about that?
Yippee.
Okay, so we'll follow up with Chase. You played a big part of in some of those early points. You had the fumble recovery there early. How did it feel to help the team out and take the wind out of the sails of Iowa State?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was a good thing I missed the tackle at the beginning because our D-boys kind of stripped the ball out and gave me a gift. But, it's kind of we feed off each other, us and the defense. They tell us they're going to get us a stop, and then we have to go score for them. So, it's give and take. I was happy we were able to put some on the board right after that turnover and then continue that on. And, the defense kept giving us good field position, good confidence because, once we get a lead, then, we can start opening up our playbook a little bit.
Back over on the left.
Coach, you talked about the fans being disappointed with this destination. How comfortable are you in the current construct of the postseason of where Notre Dame is right now? I mean, this is an 11-win team now, and you're playing on December 28th.
Yeah, I mean, those are things that are out of our control. All we try to do is the games that are in front of us, play those games. There are others that control those things, and as I told our guys, there are things that are out of our control, and all we can control is how we prepare, how we play, and then others make those decisions. How do you sit, at 14, 15, 16 for 5 weeks in a row and win games by an average margin of 25, 26 points? We can't control those things, so just keep playing. And so it's similar to your question is we don't control those things, so we don't worry about those things. We just keep playing, and we love where we are as an independent, and we'll continue to control the things that we can.
We've only got time for a couple more. We'll get Matt up here in the second row. Does it matter, JC? One of you. You both raised.
Chase, I wanted to ask, what will you take from this game? What will you remember from this game?
Let me ask Lid that. What do you think?
What I'll take from this, I would say just the fun that we had throughout the week. I mean, practice was a little tough, I will say that, but just the fun and like I said, the relationship that we made this whole week, going to Universal Studios, just having fun with the guys. Because honestly, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I mean, I haven't had fun like this since high school. I mean, this is what it felt like. We're just out there playing on Friday nights. Like, that's legit what it felt like. So that's what I'm taking away from it.
Same thing, yeah. When it's your last year and your last ride with the guys, you do stuff and you're like, wow, that's the last time ever I'm going to be able to do that. So then you really cherish it. So every little thing we did, from going to Shake Shack, going to Universal, doing everything that we did, Best Buy, it was really special because, you're not going to get those moments back. And when you're a senior and it's your last time, you understand that and you realize that, so you cherish it a little more.
And that's the point that I was making earlier with this group. There's such a mature group that you can allow them to go out and enjoy the Camping World Bowl and the experience. They didn't have a curfew per se on the first night here, and they went out and enjoyed themselves because they're mature and they made good decisions, and they came back the next day and they had to work. I mean, they had to work hard, and the next day they worked even harder because they wanted to be able to do everything. And that's why it's been so enjoyable for me to coach these guys, because they know they have a responsibility. They want to enjoy the experience because they've earned it, but they also have to come back and they have to put in the work and they have to put in the time. And that's why they will be great representatives of Notre Dame as they move past this.
Final question, center left.
Coach, to your left. To your left.
Yes,
From beginning to end with the forced fumble and the sack, Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah made game-changing plays. Where has his growth been the greatest from starting the season as a rookie Rover?
Where he's getting lined up. We're getting him lined up. He's just an explosive football player. I think we would all understand that Jeremiah is, we love him. His personality is infectious. He gets to practice now, about 15 seconds before the horn. So we're making great progress there. But you can see his physical ability is real, his suddenness. He's you got to factor him in when you're game planning. He's loved by all of our players, and the ceiling is great for him as he continues to learn our defense and continues to grow.
So he's changed a little.
Yeah, he's changed a lot. He's getting better. I think he is a guy that I think all of our players really, really enjoy being around.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Congrats on an incredible season.